What's going on, guys? Welcome to the next episode of the Wilderness Slayer Guide series. In this one, we're doing Greater Demons and get right into it. Alright, we'll start with the worst gear and go from here. Here is the absolute cheapest setup, high prayer, decent damage, and the risk is less than 10k. Especially with the slaughters, you can just have these out because you can pick whatever bracelet you want. If you're going for XP, I'd keep the gloves, even upgrade to barrows. If you're going for points, I'd put on the Expeditious. But yeah, we'll upgrade from here, and then you guys can just pick and choose from what gear setups you want. Next setup does anti-demon weapons with the Emberlight. This is definitely good, but you can do it with the Arclight. You'll just waste some charges. Still, we swap out the Fire Cape, so we don't lose too much, but we will lose the gloves. So if you bring Expeditious, you won't lose that 130k. But if you do, you'll lose about 150k on death for this one, but we're not dying anyway, so who cares. Next one is same thing as before, unless you have a Noxious, and then you'll swap with Fire Cape. The last setup I recommend is ranged. You can absolutely use the Bofa. It'll be barely any damage less than this, but since they're demon, you can use the Scorching Bow as well, and keep Protect item on. You'll only lose Barrow's Gloves, so about 130k, Glory about 10k, and then Ava's. Alright, so real quickly we'll go through the DPS here. Make sure you use the Wilderness weapon if you have it. We're only checking the melee one here, but as you can see, 14.2 DPS, way higher than the Emberlight even though the Emberlight's Demon Bane. So that's definitely worth using. And you can see the two that are lesser here are the range setups. But quickly we'll go through. Emberlight, second best, and then next we have Arclight, then Makahatas, and then the range. For a basic inventory setup, if you're not bringing a bracelet, I'm bringing one to switch, and then about 3 to 5 super restores and whatever potion you need, ranging or superset. Then there won't be much of a risk at all, especially we'll be using most of the stuff anyways. Alright, the next setup will be using a cannon. So if you're ever attacked before you go out there, just place it down right away, put on Protect from Magic, and you will never lose your cannon. Here's a setup if you want to bring Black D'hide, if you're not going to log out in time, or you just want to bring it just in case. That's a switch for when they're using magic. It'll definitely help you get away from freezes. And other than that, we got about 900 cannonballs. That would be about 180k. If you're an Iron Man, you could probably bring like 450 and just do another trip just in case. And we got one brew for triple eats with the super divine. That brings the risk quite a bit up to about 340k, but we'll use most of the cannonballs before we die, if we even die. Before you go, always eat a blighted anglerfish and then get another one back, so you're at 120 health. But we will be heading all the way northeast. It's in the highest part of the Wilderness Slayer Cave. So there's two options. As the map's saying, use the obelisk here and then run. You could run the whole way for the second option, and then the third option is the Wilderness Crab Teleport. If you have a ton of those from the bosses or other stuff, you can use those and just come slightly southwest, but I'll run it. Okay, when we're finally in the cave, all the way northeast, like I said, Greater Demons here. And if you really want, you can mark the 30 line. As you can see, here's safe. Hey, this is your reminder to always have Wilderness player alarms activated and flashing on arrival. Always have your mouse ready to click on the seed pod or the logout ready to get out, but probably the seed pod since you'll be in combat. Alright, so for escapes, you're going to want to have these quick prayers. You can do Augury and Protect from Magic if you have that. And then this will either get you teleblocked halved or, less likely to have been successfully frozen. And if you are in this area, you can cut around these corners, like over here, and then get the log out if they don't get the freeze. If they do catch the freeze, I'll be honest with you, you might be toast unless you get all your pairs right. But if you're managed to come out here, you can get through the tree line here and just cut through the tree line. I would go all the way this way and then go straight south through these trees. You will probably lose them if they just even splash once, so that's the perk of bringing the black D-hide. Alright, let's get started though. With melee, I'm not going to put my cannon anywhere fancy. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Not worry about if it double hits or not. Not looking to use as much balls as possible. But we will do no piety here and see how much XP per hour we get. Let's see, everything's reset. Yep, everything's reset. So hopefully we get some Larran's keys. Hopefully we get some good XP. Oh, by the way, guys, this cannon is double hitting, especially on this southwest spot a lot, so you can use this tile if you want. 21 million ranged XP. Hey, there's our first Larran's key right at the 5-minute mark. We'll check the XP, about over 60k, that's not bad. 100k strength, 85k range, pretty solid. Yeah, I'll throw in there that I recommend bringing the Explorer's ring now, honestly, to get all the adamant stuff, but I'll be trying to pick it up. We are, what's that, 7 minutes in and the task is over halfway done, so less than 15-minute task. And there's the wilderness crab teleport, so if I use one to get here, there it is back. Nice hard clue there, and we're almost at 10-minute mark. Still at 100k strength, over 60k slayer, and only 22 left. Task is going by quick. And that's crazy. It was a double Larran's key drop. They both were at like the same time. Oh, this one's one tick earlier, but nearly the same time. That's crazy. 9 more. Here we have the last greater demon. Finish off the task. Yeah, I need an open spot here. Huh? Pick up this cannon. Let's get out of here. Alright. XP ended pretty much the same, slightly less strength and still over 60k slayer. And for the bag, 562k, mainly because the 3 Larran's keys. We can check 754k total. I picked up almost everything, but definitely left some coins, and I always leave teleport sacks and gold bars and stuff like that. But overall, that is 12-minute task for over 30 points. Not bad at all. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to support the series. Definitely be doing more of these, and almost at 100 Larran's keys. Then we'll do a nice opening.